Namaste and a very warm welcome to our channel, Rusty Traders. Please note that this is an educational channel and all the content shared here is for information purpose only. For more details regarding the disclaimer, please read the description of the video. So on that note, let's start. So in this video, we are going to learn about a fantastic indicator that I came across, and I don't know why it was like not explode a lot by a lot of traders. Probably this is an effort to bring it to everybody's notice. And along with that, probably we'll introduce a few other indicators also, which I feel are useful and could improve the efficiency and the probability of trades that are uh, available or could be taken. So, like we always do in our videos, we learn based on examples, live examples, and we will also try and understand the limitations of the indicators. So on that note, let's start. So am on the 15-minute charts of the Nifty on the Tradingview portal. So the first indicator that we'll add is the ultimate RSI by LuxAlgo. It has quite a few likes. All right. So we'll just introduce this indicator right now. So see, now every indicator has its pros and cons, and there are specific ways of using the indicator. All right. So you cannot enter at any point in time. Uh, so what I understood was the best time to enter or initiate a trade would be, you see, this is okay. Let's go to the settings tab. We are not going to mess with this indicator. We'll keep it as it is. Okay. The length, the method, the source, everything is remain is kept the same. No changes. Overbought is at 80, oversold is at 20. Style, nothing. We are not going to change anything. Okay. So if you see the beauty of this indicator, we should only initiate a trade when the signal line drops below the 20 levels. And when there is a crossover, and when, if you see, probably the best time is when you see this, the change of color to black for a long trade. You see, just keep your eye over here. So I'm just dragging it. It's red, 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 and then now black. Okay. So just because it has moved about 20, it has changed its color. So for long trades, you need this indicator to go into the oversold region, get a crossover, get the color changed to black, and then you enter. Ideally, the stop loss has to be the swing low, and then you can ride the wave. Till when? So if it is me, I'll I'll ride my wave till it touches 50. The black line touches 50, and I'll get out, because probably that is what scalpers do. So if you see, if you would have initiated your trade at these levels, which is like 24,683, keep an eye over here, 24,683. Okay. And if you would have closed it when it touched 50, okay, this level at 135. So 24,734, like not a bad move, right? 683, 734, almost 50 points. So I'm done. Okay. A lot of people would like to wait till it goes and touches 80. Probably you can do that also. Probably you might make a hefty amount. But for me, this is okay. Okay. So similarly on the other side. Go here, we'll see. Okay. So for the sell side, you want it to go above 80. Okay. You want it to go above 80 and then calm down. The black line, you want it to come below 80. Okay. A lot of people enter here when the crossover happens, but I still prefer to enter when it turns black again. So from blue, the overbought region, it converts into black, and then you enter, and again get out when it touches 50 or goes below 50. Okay. So see, so for a sell setup, you would have initiated a sell at this level 25,158, and you would have got out at this level 1115, 25,112. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. So how much did you make? 158 to 112. So around 44, 45, 46 points. Again, if you would have waited till it touched 20, the levels of 20, you would have made a whopping 24,9. You would have touched 24,926, like very hefty move, right? 25,158, over 200 points. But then it was a target that was achieved the very next day. So as I don't hold my positions overnight, it doesn't make sense. So for a scalper, 50, 40 points are like great. One trade a day, you're done. So you can also see, go back, check. Okay. So see here, another example. See here, it touched. The crossover happened here. But then, as you have understood, you should take your trade once it touches black. So 24,986.70. Your stop loss has to be here around 24,917, 918. And ideally, you expect it to go and touch the levels of 50. And that is where you get out. But if you see, the day was coming to an end. Ideally, I would not have sold my positions. I would have gotten out. And see, this is what ideally happens. The opening was anyways better, but then you see it would have taken your stop loss and then it would have achieved your target here. Yeah, at this level. But that is what I'm trying to explain. So see, the bottom line is that you want it to go down for taking long trades. You want it to go down, turn into black, and then get out when it touches levels of 50. Brave guys stay till it touches 80, but then it depends. So see, if you see this example, it never touched 80 and then it came down. Okay. So accordingly, take your call. So there are so many examples. You see this one. Okay. Here. Okay. Below. Okay. So see here. It has turned into black, but the crossover has not happened. You want the crossover to happen and it should turn black. Crossover, not there, not there. Here. Okay. So see, rather here, it did not break the previous candle's low also. So trade initiated at around 25,373 and you got out at 25,462. So another 80, 90 points in just a few minutes. All right. So this is how you should go and trade. This is fascinating, right? Watch just one trade, 50, 60 points. But yes, you don't get such trades on a daily basis, but still on a 15-minute chart, it's not bad. Okay. So see here, the crossover has happened, but then it has not turned into black. Now you've got it here. Sometimes waiting for it to change its color. The entries might happen late, but then it is what it is. So you initiate your trade here at 25,558. Ideally, this is your SL, but then just because it is like quite far for me, I would have kept it here, the previous candle's high. And probably I would have waited it to go and touch 50 or below. So it happened here. Did I make anything on this trade? 558 to 542. Nothing much, but then still it's okay. So see, this is how you have to understand the user. Now see another fabulous example. Okay, overbought, crossover, black at 25,135. Get out here. 25,038. Another almost 100 points. So you should trade in this way. Just make a note of this fabulous indicator as well. So this is high low SAR. I am just follow what I'm doing here. Okay, just do this. That's it. Okay. So see, you initiate a short once the color changes from green to red, and you stay there till it gets changed to green. If you see here, right? Very good examples. Okay, very good moves. Similarly here. So nice ones. Just see, you can try it out because it has feature of parabolic SAR as well. But you can combine it with the ultimate RSI, and then probably you might want to get a confirmation. So if it is red, you initiate a sell, you combine it with ultimate RSI, it's an overbought, you are getting a red, initiate a sell. So if you see it did not touch 50 directly. If you would have used ultimate RSI on a standalone basis, it went, got changed to green. Ideally, if you are using only high low SAR, this is where you get out once it changes color from red to green if you are short. And if you are long, once it changes color from green to red, you get out of your long positions. So you see, this is something that you might want to initiate if you are not in the overbought or the oversold region. If everybody is like, if the ultimate RSI is not giving us regular opportunities to initiate a trade, if it is lying between 80 and 20, and if you still want to trade, which indicator should we use? So you might want to, take a bet over here using this indicator. It's not bad, right? It's fantastic as far as I am concerned. But if you see here, right, okay, it is between 80 and 20. If you got this opportunity, new day to trade, color changes to red, you initiate a sell, keeping the stop loss as the previous candle's high, and then probably you ride the wave. So another few points to take here. Okay, here it never changed its color. It changed its color here. Okay, so short was initiated at 25,537 and closed at 25,460. So again, not bad, not a bad 60, 70 points here also. So use it and just let me know as to how did you find it. Before we close this, just start using this kind of super trend by LonesomeThe. This one. Okay. So one way you might want to understand or take possible target level is, if you, let's say you are getting a buy over here, you did not get a buy here, you got a buy, crossover and a buy. So your possible target could be the pivot point super trend. Okay, so this is a sell indicator. Now the crossover has happened. So your question is like, what is a sure shot? There is nothing called a sure shot, but then what is a high probable target if you are initiating a long? Then probably you might want to close your trade once it touches the pivot point super trend. Okay, so uh, let's see this. Okay, this one, let's say you took a trade here. So ideally your sell should have happened here once it touched. The crossover happened here. Brave guys, rather it happened way back, but then you initiate your shorts here. Ideally, you want to close it at once the ultimate RSI touches 50 or below. So ideally, you could have closed it here. But then if you see, short was initiated, but then it quickly touched the pivot point, super trend. That is where probably you might want to book certain profits. So it depends on the setup, okay? So see another example. You see, short initiated here, and it came and touched the pivot point super trend. So another like 134.75, 25, 134.75 short initiated. Where is the pivot point super trend? 25,034. So like 100 points, right? 100 points in just 15 minutes. So this is what calculation you can easily do before initiating a trade, right? So you have a probable target in mind, you have the stop loss, and you have to see if the risk reward is favorable, because on a particular day, it all depends on the kind of setup that is generated by the indicator. So see, this is anyways gap up, gap down. I would always try to ensure that the trades are not initiated when there is a gap up or a gap down. It doesn't make sense. All the setups go haywire. So see another example. You see, short initiated, color change to black, What is a probable target? Maybe your first target is the pivot point, Supertrend. So if you see, it did its own thing, and but then it eventually touched the pivot point, Supertrend. So probably you might, and obviously the ultimate RSI went below 50. So this is where you close your trade. Okay. So similarly here on the buy side, if you see, it changed into black. But then if you see here, the SL was taken out. Ideally, your SL should have been your swing low, but then, as I said, right, gap down, not a great setup, but still, let's say somebody took that setup, then probable targets here, pivot point Supertrend was taken out. Rather, it touched 50 here itself. So there are multiple ways of booking your profits. Either you book your profits when the ultimate RSI touches 50 or goes above for long trades. You book it when it touches pivot point Supertrend, or if you're brave enough, for long trades, you close once ultimate RSI touches 80. If you are short, once it touches 20, it's all upon you. But you have to understand that no indicator is perfect. You will have bad trades. But then when it's all about probability, you want an indicator that helps you find high probability trades. For a scalper, it is very important that he stays in the market. He gets such an indicator which gives him frequent and signals or setups that has a very high success rate. Okay, I'm not saying that this setup is like 100% you won't lose. You will definitely lose on certain trades. But when you are, this particular setup tells you or gives you an idea of what could be your probable targets. And before you take the trade, you have a gist of what is your risk and reward. So on that note, probably we'll end this video. If you would have loved this video, please give me a valuable feedback. Please share it with your friends, like, share, and subscribe this channel. If you want more content, please let us know. Ring a bell if you want to know whenever we put in a new video. And yeah, waiting for your feedback. Thanks a lot for your valuable time and assistance. Best wishes in your trading journey. God bless you. Goodbye.